So in the last session, just we had a talk about what is the role of wildcard character question mark. We covered already what is the role or what is the purpose of wildcard character question mark, right? Now the next terminology what we have to discuss, what is the next important terminology. So make sure you people should have clear clarity, right? Sir, what is generic methods? So generic classes we covered, template classes we covered. Next, template method or generic method, what it means, where it is, how we can declare like. Sir, here if we observe, so here class test of T. Can you tell what is the T? T is type parameter. Where we declare type parameter? We declare type parameter at class level. Are you getting? We declare type parameter at class level, and we can use a T. We can use a T within this class. Within this class, based on our requirement. Based on our requirement, we can use a T within this class based on our requirement, like we have. Are you getting? So here class test of T, we can use a T within this class based on our requirement. Sir, declaring type parameter at class level, parameterized class is nothing but generic class. Okay. Sometimes, sir, I want type safety only for method level, only for a particular method. I don't want to declare at class level. At class level, I don't want to declare. At a method level, I want to declare. How we can do? Simple, Anna. Class test. Class test. Sir, it is a normal class, not generic class. Normal class. But I want type parameter at a method level. Now, public. Sir, public void m1, public void m1, like this I'm taking, right? Sir, where we have to declare type parameter? If it is at class level, just after class name, correct or not? Just after class name, we have to declare type parameter. If it is at method level, where we have to declare just before return type, just before return type. Sir, here which is the return type, Anna? Void. Now just before return type we have to declare. Are you getting? This one is the type parameter. Now within this method you can use a T based on your requirement, right? Okay, this is, sir, I am taking OB of T type. It's a local variable, OB of T type argument. Now we can use a T, we can use a T anywhere. We can use a T anywhere within this method. Within this method, we can use a T anywhere within this method based on our requirement. Based on our requirement. Based on our requirement, like this one. Are you able to understand, right? Okay, this is, sir, we can use a T anywhere within this method based on our requirement, like we have. Are you able to understand the difference, right? Okay, this is, sir, parameter, a method with a type parameter, parameterized method, generic method. Sir, a class with a type parameter, parameterized class is nothing but what? A generic class. Are you getting? So in how many places we can declare type parameter? How many places, Anna? 2 places, either at class level or at method level. If it is at class level, just after class name we have to declare. If it is at method level, just before return type we have to declare. Any explanation is required. Are you getting? This one is nothing but generic class. This one is nothing but what? Generic method. Sir, class is the normal class, but at method level only I want to implement type safety. Then happily we can go for generic method. Are you able to understand, right? Okay, at this point. We can declare type parameter. 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 Type parameter either at class level, either at class level or at method level. 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 method level. Okay, next keep subheading. Declaring type parameter, declaring type parameter, declaring type parameter at a class level, declaring type parameter at a class level, declaring type parameter at a class level, at class level, at class level. Okay, take this part. Class test of t, class test of t, t. We can use a t within this class, we can use a t within this class based on our requirement. We can use a t within this class based on our requirement. We can use a t within this class based on our requirement, based on our requirement. So declaring type parameter at a class level. Are you getting? Only this part, don't take second, only this part. Declaring type parameter at a class level. Completed, right? Now keep subheading. Declaring type parameter, declaring type parameter, declaring type parameter at a method level, declaring type parameter at a method level, declaring type parameter at a method level, at a method level, declaring type parameter at method level, method level. Okay, sir, where we have to declare at method level? Just before return type add, we have to declare type parameter, we have to declare type parameter, we have to declare type parameter just before return type. We have to declare type parameter just before return type, just before return type, return type, just before return type. Okay, take this example. Class test public, class test public, public t void m1, public t void m1 of TOB. We can use a t anywhere within this method, we can use a t anywhere within this method based on our requirement. We can use a t anywhere within this method based on our requirement, based on our requirement, based on our requirement. Are you getting? So declaring type parameter at class level, declaring type parameter at a method level. Now observe this one. So I hope the terminology is very clear for you people, right? Declaring type parameter at a method level, at a class level. Can I complete it, right? Now take very special care. Here the point is, sir, we can define bounded type at class level. Is it possible to define boundary at method level or not? Yes. Well, what is the problem? Here we can call this method only by passing number types. Then t extends number you can take. Sir, we can call this method by passing only either runnable or its child implementation classes. Then we can take a t extends runnable like. Sir, we can define bounded types even at a method level also. Here let me give one or two syntactical things, right? Here see this one. Sir, I am taking, I have public, here see public. So t I am taking void m1 method. Okay, this is. So this one is the valid method declaration only. So this is what type parameter, right? Now, sir, I want to define boundary. Is it possible or not? Yes, boss, no problem at all. Public, instead of t, happily we can take t extends number. Are you getting? So then the type parameter should be, we can, is nothing but what? T extends number. Either number or it's a child classes only allowed for the type parameter whatever we are passing, or within this method if we declare any variable like. So void, here void m1. Void m1. Okay, like, or otherwise here just observe. So instead of this t, happily we can declare like this. Are you getting? Allowed. Next t extends runnable. T T extends are runnable, valid or not. Is nothing but perfectly valid, no problem at all. Next, T extends, have you remembered? T extends number under runnable. T extends number under runnable, valid or not? Yes. Next, T extends number under runnable. T extends comparable under runnable. T extends comparable under runnable, valid. Next, T extends number under comparable under runnable, valid or not? Valid, no problem at all. Sir, T extends here, just observe, runnable under number. Sir, can you tell, is it valid or not? T extends runnable under number, valid or invalid? Invalid. Sir, this one is the invalid. All the remaining are perfectly valid, no problem at all. T extends number runnable under number. What is the reason? You know, first we have to take class. First we have to take class. First we have to take class and then interface. First we have to take class and then interface. Is nothing but like. Next, sir, T extends runnable under number, invalid. T extends number under thread. So T extends number under thread. Can you tell, is it valid or invalid? This one invalid. What is the reason? You know, because we can't extend more than one class. Okay, we can't extend more than one class. Is nothing but like. I hope the terminology is clear for you people, right, at this point. Yeah, we can define bounded types. We can define bounded types. We can define bounded types even at method level also. We can define bounded types even at a method level also. Bounded types even at method level also. Okay, take all. Public, take these things. Public T void M1. T extends a number. T extends a runnable. T extends a number under runnable. T extends comparable under runnable. Next, T extends number and comparable under runnable. First we have to take a class and then interface. Next, we can't extend more than one class. That's why the last two things are why invalid. So the same things we covered even at class level also. These are not new things for you people. Copy paste whatever we applied at class level, just we are declaring at method level. Beyond that, nothing. Completed, right? Public T void M1. T extends a number. T extends a runnable. T extends a number under runnable. T extends comparable under runnable. Completed, I hope. T extends runnable under number under thread, like. I hope is clear. First we have to take class and then interface. We can't extend more than one class, like. Completed, right? So make sure you people should be aware. That's all. If anywhere at method level, if you are seeing the syntax, not required to worry. Acceptable syntax, such type of methods are called what? Generic methods, right? Clear for all of you, right? Next up, sir, keep subheading communication with non-generic code. Communication with non-generic code. Communication with non-generic code. Non-generic code. Communication with non-generic code. Non-generic code. Non-generic code. Okay. So here make sure you people should aware communication with non-generic code. Here the point is take very special care. Sir, I have one generic object is there. I want to send this generic object to non-generic area. What will happen? Or I have non-generic object is there. I have to send this non-generic object to generic area. Then what will happen? Okay. The location where we are, based on that, behavior will be there. Suppose I send a generic object to non-generic area. Now generic object present in which area? Non-generic area. Then it starts behaving like non-generic object. Similarly, a non-generic object I send to generic area, then it starts behaving like generic object. So best example, so yourself only. If you are there within the house, your behavior, very innocent. So your father and mother may get the big doubt how this person can get on in his life with this innocent type of nature life. But the same person coming out from the house, okay, you are with the friends, coming out from the house, then your words are going to be changed. Yesterday brand is not good. Okay, today we have to change the brand. Or yesterday movie is not good. We have to change the movie. Movie is nothing but like maybe a chance. But the same person coming to Hyderabad from your native place, then complete behavior by default will be there. Especially final year BTech student, just for doing the project's sake, these people are coming. So they are getting the flying wings. Their wings are going to fly like anything. Okay, this is especially final year students. The people who completed BTech or MCA may not, they have care. But final year, just the people who came for Hyderabad for project purpose, wow, these people colors are nothing but complete different colors by default will be there. Are you getting? So here, based on location where we are, our behavior will be there. Correct? In classroom, one type of behavior. Within your room, another type of behavior. In your house, another type of behavior. Are you getting? Based on the location where we are. Okay? Based on that, the behavior by default will be there. Okay? This is best example. Let me explain this small example, right? I have my school friend. School days, 1st to 5th standard, my classmate is there. School friend is there, my classmate. Named with Srinivas. Assume. Then he is my classmate. His father is my school teacher also. Okay, even my tuition sir also. Most of the times I will spend in the Srinivas house because Srinivas house is just beside my school. So next morning and evening I have to go to the Srinivas house for tuition purpose, morning and evening. And the daytime in the school at interval time, like I will go to the Srinivas house only because he is my classmate. I have that freedom is there. Then Saturday, Sundays, my majority of the time by default will be there in the Srinivas house. What happened is one time, in Sunday, I hope, Sunday morning at 11 or 12, we are playing the caroms. Okay, Srinivas and myself in the Srinivas house. I don't know why I asked one question to the Srinivas saying, Srinivas, do you eat non-veg like? Then my teacher and madam is there, just up his side. Suddenly, they saw with fully angry face on me. Because the reason is, Srinivas, they are from Brahmin background. Brahmins usually won't eat non-veg. Of course, they won't eat non-veg. So especially in the villages, they are very strict. Okay. So then, immediately Srinivas' response is, Shiva, at least we can't legend about non-veg. Sorry, Durga, we won't eat like it all. Okay. Then I came to know my sir is also with very angry face on me. Then I came to know, arey, some bigger mistake I did. I came to know, because at my childhood, right, 4th standard, 3rd standard, maturity level is not that much. Then okay, well. Then at 1 o'clock or 1:30 around, I went to my house. Okay, we are pure non-vegetarian. Okay, without non-veg is nothing but single day, can't move. Okay, in my house, assume. Then I went there, even with me Srinivas also came. That day, once I entered into the house, well, masala smell. Okay, my mother is not there in the house. Maybe she went to the lands or somewhere, fields. Then I only took the plate. Okay, served the rice in the plate, and then a bowl, in the bowl, chicken or mutton, I don't know, non-veg curry. Then I started eating. Srinivas is also beside me. Then Srinivas asked, Durga, what it is? Durga, what it is like? Maybe chicken or mutton, non-veg, Srinivas, like I told. Then okay, I started eating. Suddenly in the middle, Srinivas took one piece and starts eating. Array, Srinivas, wait, it is a non-veg, how you can eat like I told? Then, no, usually I will eat non-veg. Usually I will eat non-veg like Srinivas told. Array, in the morning whenever I asked, do you eat non-veg? Shiva, like you gave the response like, array, within the house how I can tell? In front of my parents? Outside, I have freedom to eat. Even I can eat, no problem at all. Then both. So completed lunch, and then around evening at 4 o'clock, both came to Srinivas' house once again. Then same caroms or chess we are playing. Srinivas, I asked Srinivas this time intentionally, Srinivas, do you eat non-veg? Then the response from the Srinivas is, Shiva, are you getting? Person is the same. In Srinivas' house, he is behaving like pure vegetarian. Whenever Srinivas came to my house, he is behaving like pure non-vegetarian. Are you getting? The location where we are, based on that, the behavior will be there. Are you getting? If I send a generic object to non-generic area, it starts behaving like non-generic object. If I send a non-generic object to generic area, it starts behaving like a generic object. Are you getting? So I will explain with an example so that you will get much clarity. First, add this. If we send generic object to non-generic area, if I send a generic object to non-generic area, if I send a generic object to non-generic area, generic object to non-generic area, then it starts behaving like generic object. Then it starts behaving like generic object. 1 minute. Can you please read once again? If I send a generic object to non-generic area, then it starts behaving like non-generic object. Then it starts behaving like non-generic object. Non-generic object. Similarly, if we send non-generic object to generic area, 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 then it starts behaving like, it starts behaving like generic object. It starts behaving like generic object. That is the location in which object present. That is the location in which object present. The location in which object present. Based on that, behavior will be defined. The location in which object present, based on that, behavior will be defined. Behavior will be defined. Are you able to understand, right? Okay. So make sure you people should have clarity about this terminology, right? Okay. Now listen. This point well. Okay. what is the important conclusion? Make sure. Let me convert this total discussion into an example style so that you people can very clearly. Now listen this one. Sir, I am taking class test. Here listen this one, class test. Public static void main string array args. Class test public static void main string array. Now array list of string L is equal to new array list of string. Array list of string L is equal to new array list of string. Now I am adding L dot yard of Durga. Can you tell, is it valid or invalid? This one valid. L dot yard of so is nothing but some Ravi, perfectly valid. Now I am taking L dot yard of 10. Is it valid or invalid? Invalid. Immediately compile error by default we are going to get, because sir, L is what type? Array list of string type. Then you can add integer type of object. Sorry sir, not possible. Compile error by default we are going to get. Now what we have to do? I am calling M1 method by passing L as the argument. M1 method by passing L as the argument. Sir, my M1 method is, let me declare somewhere here, public static void M1. This M1 method is a non-generic method. Don't feel within the project total code developed by single person. Maybe a chance. Okay, some code developed by X person, some code developed by Y person. Or within a class, all methods are developed by single person. Don't feel, sir, this code developed by 1.5 version programmer, but this code developed by 1.4 version developer. He may not aware generics. That's why normal array list. M1 can take normal array list. Okay, here see a non-generic object. So L is a generic object. If I send a generic object to non-generic area, is it possible to send or not? Yes, because to provide compatibility with old versions. Sir, old version code should work. That's why to provide compatibility with old versions, a generic object happily we can send to the non-generic area. So now observe, within the M1, L is what? Normal array list or generic array list? L is what? Normal array list. For normal array list, now I am adding L dot yard of 10. Valid or not? L dot yard of 10. L dot yard of 10.5. L dot yard of true. Valid or not? L dot yard of true. Like this. End of this M1 method and then end of the class. Now observe this one. Sir, non-generic area, happily we can add any type of object, no problem at all. Now M1 completed. Now I am trying to print SOP of L. Do you know what there inside? SOP of L, what there inside? So Durga is there. Already Durga we added. And then Ravi is there. Durga is there, Ravi is there. M1 of L. Within this M1, 10 added, 10.5 added, true added. 10 added, 10.5 added, true also added. Durga, Ravi, 10, 10.5, true. By default added, right? SOP of L. Are you getting? After this, now I am asking, was L dot yard of 10.5. Is it valid or invalid? Invalid, because I am in which area? Generic area. That's why immediately compile time error by default we are going to get. Sir, observe this a bit carefully. End of the main method, end of the M1 method, end of the class. First main method, M1 method, and then class. Sir, this area, whatever area, this area is called what? Generic area. This area, whatever there, this area is called what? Non-generic area. Sir, if I send a generic object to non-generic area, then it starts behaving like non-generic object. Okay, this have you observed? That's why 10.5 true. Any type of thing you can insert, no problem at all. Then coming back to generic area, once again this person starts behaving like generic object only. Same L went there, same L came back, but here you can add 10.5, but here you can't add 10.5. Observe the difference clearly, right? Are you getting? Now just observe, map this example with our Srinivas example, right? Sir, he is the Srinivas. Srinivas is there in his house. Then I will ask Srinivas, do you eat dal or not? Why not? Do you eat vegetables or not? Why not? Srinivas, do you eat chicken or not? Then immediately Srinivas is going to tell what? Shiva Shiva, compiled time error, right? Shiva Shiva, like. Now, same Srinivas came to my house. Srinivas came to my house. Then I will ask Srinivas, do you eat chicken or not? What answer? Why not? Okay, do you eat mutton or not? Why not? Do you eat fish or not? Why not, boss? What is the problem? Like, happily you can able to eat all. Now the same Srinivas after completing M1 coming back. Now I am asking Srinivas, do you eat mutton or not? Immediately what response is going to tell? Shiva Shiva, like. Are you getting the point, right? Okay, so make sure you people should have clarity. Okay, if I send a generic object to non-generic area, automatically generic properties by default will be gone. It starts behaving like a non-generic object. Clear for all of you, right? Okay, take this example. So communication with the non-generic code. What is the behavior, right? Communication with the non-generic code. What will be the behavior like? LRT of 10.5 true. So generic area, that one is a non-generic area, right? Take clearly. Make sure that the comments also properly. Generic object to non-generic area, automatically generic properties by default will be gone. Similarly, a non-generic object to generic area, automatically it starts behaving like generic object. It starts behaving like a generic object. Can I complete it, right? Okay, completed, I hope. Clear, right? Next, so keep submitting conclusions. Conclusions. Okay, now take very special care about these conclusions, right? So some bitter things I have to explain related to generics. So more compulsory. So more concentration must be required. Listen well. Sir, here, what is the purpose of generics? In the first class only we covered. What is the purpose of generics? To provide type safety, to resolve typecasting problem. Sir, if I am not performing typecasting, compile time error we got. Have you remembered? Next, if I am trying to add any other type, immediately compile time error should rise so that I can correct that mistake and so on. The main purpose of generics is to provide type safety and to resolve typecasting problem. If I am not performing typecasting, I got compile time error. So to overcome that, generics came. Second thing, earlier I added any type of object to the array list, but now we should not. Only particular type only. By mistake, if you are trying to add any other type, immediately compile time error we have to get. So type safety, typecasting, these are things related to compiler. Are you getting type safety? Sir, if I am not performing typecasting, compile time error. If I am trying to add any other type of objects, compile time error. Everything related to compile time. Okay? Generics concept came to provide these two, and which is applicable at compile time. Correct? That's why generics concept applicable only at compile time. At runtime, there is no such a type of concept. Are you getting? It's a template. Template is applicable at the beginning, but at runtime is nothing but we can't use the templates. Suppose best example, plan is there. A plan is there. So plan required at the beginning. Once we developed the building, then automatically plan is no longer required. Are you getting? Plus at the same time, can I run total cinema only with plan? Can I stay within the plan? No, we can stay within the building, but we can't stay within the plan. Plan is at the beginning to create our is nothing but building. Same thing. So is the template, generics also. Generics concept applicable only at compile time. At runtime, there is no such type of concept. Then immediately you may ask, sir, applicable at compile time, but not applicable at runtime. How the some people developed this one? Simple. At the time of compilation, at the last step, generic syntax by default will be removed. Are you getting? So array list of string will become normal array list only for the JVM point of view, right? Are you getting? Generics concept came is applicable only at the compile time. At runtime there is no such type of concept. Sir, where is the proof for that? Can you please give one or two examples? Like you may ask, I will give 3 examples so that you will get much clarity first at this point. The main purpose or objectives, any word. The main purpose of generics is the main purpose of generics is to provide type safety, and to resolve typecasting problems. To provide type safety and to resolve typecasting problems. To provide type safety and to resolve typecasting problems. To resolve typecasting problems. Next, type safety and typecasting. Type safety and typecasting. Both are applicable yet compile time. Both are applicable yet compile time. Hence, both are applicable at compile time. Hence, generics concept also applicable. Generics concept also applicable only at compile time. Generics concept also applicable only at compile time. Only at compile time, but not at runtime. Generics concept also applicable only at compile time, but not at runtime. But not yet runtime. Generics concept also applicable only at compile time, but not at runtime. But not yet runtime. Hence, but not at runtime. Okay, that's all. Now here see, sir, where is the proof? Do you know, in our whoops concept somewhere we covered, compiler is always going to check only reference type. But runtime object is always, who is going to check runtime object? JVM. Regarding JVM is always going to check what? Runtime object. Compiler is always going to check what? Reference type. Okay, that's all. Now observe this one. Sir, I am taking array list L is equal to array list L is equal to new array list of string I am taking. Array list L is equal to new array list of string I am taking. For non-generic reference, regarding non-generic reference, we can assign generic object, because just now we covered a generic object we send to non-generic area. Same for non-generic reference variable we can assign generic object, no problem at all. But compiler is always going to check only reference type. JVM is always going to check. JVM will check runtime object. Have you remember? At the time of compilation only, generic syntax will be removed automatically. Are you getting? At runtime there is no such type of concept. Are you getting? Can you read what the last point we took? Hence, generic concept applicable only at compile time but not at runtime. Okay, next add. At the time of compilation, as last step, at the time of compilation, at the last step, generic syntax will be removed. As a last step, generic syntax will be removed. And hence for the JVM, generic syntax won't be available. And hence for the JVM, generic syntax won't be available. Are you getting? Okay. Now listen this one. Sir, for non-generic reference variable, I am providing what? Generic object. For non-generic reference variable, I am providing generic object. Now L dot yard of 10 I am taking. L dot yard of 10.5 I am taking. 10.5. L dot yard of true I am taking. L dot yard of 10.5 true, and SOP of L. Sir, can you tell, is it valid or invalid? Is the problem at compile time or the problem at runtime? First, is it valid or invalid? Is the problem at compile time or runtime? Or valid? Valid or invalid? 100% pakka. 100% pakka. Valid or invalid? 100% pakka valid. Because compiler is always going to check only reference. Sir, you are adding 10 to L. L is what type? Normal array list. For normal array list, we can add 10, 10.5 true. What is the problem? Then immediately you ask us, sir, your JVM, this object is array list of string. Then at runtime, we have to get an exception. But just now I told, at the time of compilation, this syntax by default will be gone. So for JVM point of view, it is the normal array list only. We won't get any runtime exception. If I print what the answer, 10, 10.5, true by default we are going to get. Clear indication. If really generic concept is there at runtime, then I have to get runtime exception. Correct or not? Because object is a list of string. How you can add integer, double, boolean, like JVM has to give left and right. But at runtime, there is no such type of concept. That's why what is the output by default we are getting 10, 10.5 true. Are you getting? So clear proof, generic concept applicable only at compile time but not at runtime. If really at runtime it is there, If really at runtime it is there, then definitely I have to get runtime exception, because runtime object what I am taking, array list of string. Is it clear? But no compile time error, no runtime exception. Simple the output we are going to get 10.5 true. Okay, this let me show the proof. Here see, let me execute this code. So just observe here, the same example I will execute and I will confirm. I will show for you people anyway. Yes, sir, I am taking class test, but anyway array list I am using, right? Import java.util.star I am taking. Import java.util.star. Sir, I am taking array list L is equal to new array list. Array list L is equal to new array list of string I am taking. Array list L is equal to new array list of string. L dot add of 10 I am taking. L dot add of 10.5 I am taking. Next L dot add of true I am taking. True. SOP of L. Are you getting SOP of L like? Now see, test dot Java like SOP of L. Okay, here make sure test dot Java. Okay, so same example, let me run this code. Sir, let me run. Okay, Java C test dot Java. Have you observed the code compiles fine? No problem at all, no compile time error. Next, the code will run fine Java test. What is the output? 10.5 true. We are not going to get any exception. If really at runtime, if generics concept is there, if really at runtime generics concept is there, then definitely we have to get runtime exception, right? Are you able to understand? So we won't get any runtime exception. Happily the code runs fine, no problem at all. Clear for all of you, right? Okay, this because generics concept is applicable only at compile time, but not at runtime. Practical proof for that. Okay. Now from this knowledge, you can able to tell. Sir, can you tell these things are equal or not equal? Sir, I am taking array list L is equal to new array list of string. Array list L is equal to new array list of string. Array list L is equal to new array list of integer, like I am taking. New array list of integer. Array list L is equal to new array list of string, integer, next and after that double I am taking. Double. Array list L is equal to new array list. Sir, can I use the term? Are you seeing any difference in the functionality of these? Ayo. Any difference in the functionality of these? No difference, because at runtime, whether you are taking or not taking, my JVM never going to worry. Okay, compiler is always going to check only reference. All references are same or not? Yes, that's why all these declarations are equal. There is no doubt at all. Are you getting? These are equal. At runtime, whether you are taking or not taking, nothing. At compile time, automatically this thing by default will be removed. For runtime point of view, all are array list, that's all. There is no question of double or integer or string. Clear for all of you, right? Okay, this at this example. Hence, the following declarations are equal. Hence, the following declarations are equal. The following declarations are equal. Hence, the following declarations are equal. Okay, at this point. Array list L is equal to new array list of string. Array list L is equal to new array list of integer. Next, array list L is equal to new array list of double. Next, array list L is equal to new array list. These things are equal or not? Yes, perfectly. These are equal. There is no problem at all. These are equal. Completed, I hope. Okay, that's all. This is what you people should aware clearly, right? Okay, this next example, take this example. Array list L is equal to new array list of string. Array list L is equal to new array list of string. L at yard of 10, L at yard of 10.5, L at yard of true. Next SOP of L, SOP of L. So 10, 10.5 true is the answer by default we will get. 10, 10.5 true. Can I complete it, right? Okay, that's all. These are the things what you people should aware clearly, right? Okay, next one. Next, another example I will take. Sir, can you tell these are equal or not? You have to decide. Array list of string L is equal to, array list of string L is equal to new array list of string. Array list of string L is equal to new array list of string. Array list of string L is equal to new array list. Array list of string L is equal to new array list. Sir, can you tell both are equal or not? Ayo, equal or not? Yes, because at runtime whether you are taking or not taking, no problem. But left hand side both are same or not? That's why for these array list objects, which type of objects we can add? Only string type, because compiler is always going to check L is what type? Array list of string. That's why only string objects we can able to add. Okay, this is, so these two are equal or not? Yes, these are equal. Okay, add. The following declarations are equal. 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 Okay, next add. Array list of string L is equal to, array list of string L is equal to new array list of string. Array list of string L is equal to new array list of string. Next, array list of string L is equal to new array list. New array list. So can I use the term both are equal or not? Yes, both are equal. There is no problem at all. Both are equal, like completed for you people anywhere, right? Okay, next add one point. For these array list objects, we can add, for these array list objects we can add, for these array list objects we can add only, for these array list objects we can add only, string type of objects. For these array list objects we can add only string type of objects. We can add only string type of objects. Okay, this is. Sir, still I want to conclude one more example to demonstrate generics concept applicable only at compile time but not at runtime. Let me go for one more example, right, so that you will get much clarity. Sir, just observe normal example. Later I will convert into generics. Sir, if I can take like legend class test, I am taking public void m1 of int I. Sir, public void m1 of int I. Public int m1 of int I, return 10 I am taking. Sir, can you tell, is it valid or invalid? Normal Java code, not generics code. Is it valid or invalid? Ayo, compulsory you should have clarity. m1 of int I, public int m1 of int I, valid or invalid? Make sure this one is valid or invalid? Invalid. Compile time error we are going to get. What is the reason for that? Sir, here, what is the signature of this method? M1 of int. M1 of int. Sir, method name and argument. Return type is not part of method signature, you know. What is the signature of this method? M1 of int. M1 of int. Sir, within a class, two methods with the same signature not allowed. You know, sir, tomorrow, if you are calling t.m1 by passing 10, which method has to execute? Is always a problem or not? That's why. Within a class, two methods with the same signature not allowed. By mistake, if you are trying to take compile time error, you are going to get saying M1 of int is already defined. Is already defined in test. M1 of int is already defined in test like a compile time error we are going to get. Are you getting? Okay, this is. Sir, so make sure you people should have clear clarity, right? Okay, this is. Now, my terminology is, why don't you use the same concept for generics also? Okay, here just observe. Sir, I am taking, listen, class test, public void M1 of, public void M1 of, array list of string L, public void M1 of array list of string L. Similarly, public void M1 of, public void M1 of, array list of integer L, like I am taking. Sir, can you tell if the code is valid or not? If the code is going to compile or not? Is the code will compile or not? Yes, boss? Yes. Do you know? I hope you people remember the steps here clearly. Legend the steps. At compile time, observe the terminology. At compile time, first step, compile code normally by considering generic syntax. Compile code normally by considering generic syntax. First one. Second one, okay, this is compile code normally by considering generic syntax. Next, remove generic syntax. Do you know? Remove. Generic syntax will be removed by compiler. After removing resultant code, you have to cross check once again. Is there any mismatch? So, compile once again resultant code. Compile once again resultant code. That's all. These three activities will be compiled with by considering generic syntax. After remove, once again consider. There should not be any mismatch. Okay? Like now, make sure. Observe this one. Compile code normally. What is the second step? Remove generic syntax. After removing generic syntax, this method signature will become what? M1 of array list L. Okay. After remove generic syntax, this method signature will become what? M1 of array list L. Sir, within a class, two methods with the same signature, how it is allowed? At step number 3, immediately compile time error we are going to get. Are you getting, sir? These two methods, even though you took array list of string, array list of integer, but generic syntax won't be there, will be removed. After remove generic syntax, it will become M1 of array list. This one also will become M1 of array list. So, two M1 methods are there with the same signature. How you can yellow is nothing but compiler aware, immediately compiler will give left and right. If really generic syntax is there at runtime, if it is not going to be removed, then both are different methods are not that. First method array list of string, second method array list of integer. Okay, like we should not get any problem. But generic syntax will be removed, because of that the problem came. Are you getting clear indication? Generic concept applicable only at compile time but not yet runtime. It is also one example. So now do you know compile time error saying name clash. Sir, name clash, correct or not? Name clash, both the methods having same erasure. Both methods having same erasure. Sir, immediately must ask, what is the erasure? Erasure is method signature without generic syntax. After remove generic syntax, resultant is called erasure, right? So both methods having the same erasure, like compile time error we will get. Let me cross check and let me show. Here see, sir, I am taking public static void m1 method, public static void m1 method, array list of string, array list of string L. All these things are not required. This is my public static void m1 of array list of string. Now public static void m1 array list of integer, right? Are you getting both methods? M1 array list of string, M1 array list of integer, like. Now observe, compiler is ready to give left and right. Have you observed? Name clash because both methods, name clash because both methods have the same erasure. Are you getting? Name clash. Sir, if really this syntax is there at runtime, sir, this is a different method, where is the name clash? But the syntax will be removed at compile time only. That's why the problem is coming. Are you getting? So clear indication, generics concept applicable only at compile time but not at runtime. Okay, this is the last conclusion what you people should aware. Okay, take this part. Example, class test public void m1 of array list of string L, public void m1 of array list of integer L, string L, integer L. So we are going to get compile time error saying both the methods having same erasure. Both methods have same erasure. So at compile time, what thing will be happen? Can I complete it, right? Name clash because both methods having same erasure, like. Compile code normally by considering generic syntax. Next, remove generic syntax. Next, compile once again resultant code. Clear, I hope. Completed, right? So name clash because both methods have same erasure. Both methods have same erasure, like. Completed, I hope. Both methods have the same erasure, right? I took this part also, right? At compile time, what thing is happening? Compile code normally by considering generic syntax. Next, remove generic syntax. Next, compile once again resultant code. compile once again resultant code like. I hope is clear for you people. Okay, that's all. So there ends the most dangerous concept in SCJP or core Java level generics. So if the time permits, better to attend once again so that you will get much clarity. Not that much easy topic. So this topic especially in the total core Java or SCJP, only two dangerous topics are there. One is generics, second one is inner classes. Inner classes, these two topics at least twice you have to listen so that you will get much clarity. The normal remaining topics are general, but here new syntaxes, new words, new terminology. That's why make sure you people, so if the time permits, so you can attend once again. That's all. This is about generics. For SCJP exam, 1 or 2 questions you can expect from this area. Okay, that's all.